my Casey Neistat yet? All right, it's April, but we're gonna talk about New Year's resolutions. It was extremely important to me that I record this today because I'm currently an hour and 5 minutes into my quarantine half marathon. A half marathon is a New Year's resolution that I set for myself, and so I feel like the fact that I'm running 13.1 miles gives me some amount of credibility to talk about resolutions. So it's April, but we're gonna talk about New Year's resolutions. So everybody knows what a New Year's resolution is. I'm not going to cover that. We're not going to talk about it. Here's an Urban Dictionary definition if you don't know. But we're starting a new decade. We've got 10 years ahead of us. So I reached out to some of my friends, I talked to my family, and I asked them, what is your decade resolution? Who do you want to be at the end of this 10 years? I'm a freshman in college, so I got a lot of get a steady job, start a family, graduate college, etc., etc. But, you know, that's stuff that I feel like if you have just a little bit of work ethic, you're going to accomplish. So I wanted people to dream bigger. I wanted people to think, who do I want to be at the end of this 10 years? So, what's my decade resolution? I'm Daniel Sills, and welcome to the Century Project. Alright, so what the heck is the Century Project? Well, have you ever met somebody and they just have stories upon stories, and every time they launch into something new, you just have to ask yourself, A, how are you not a vampire? And B, how are you not 1,000 years old? Because that, in its essence, is the Century Project. I want to live a century in this decade. I want to maximize my life experiences. I want to make memories. I want to make things. I want to push myself outside of my comfort zone. And most importantly, I want to document all of that. Hence this video. So how the heck do you live a century in a decade? Well, I have no idea. But isn't that the most exciting part about doing something new? When I first started thinking about the Century Project, I wanted to make it super structured. I wanted to create Excel spreadsheets, and I wanted to create a big bucket list that I was gonna tick through, but then I realized that this is about living. It's not about checking off a list. So I kind of thought that by making these videos, by documenting the experience, that would not only push me outside of my comfort zone and in the respect of making videos, but also it would act as a sort of accountability to push me to get out and to make things actually worth documenting, to make memories, to make things. So, this is step one, beginning. So this is the first of what I hope will be a video series over the next 10 years. Probably sporadic at first. I am starting this during quarantine, and I am a full-time student, so we'll have to see how all that works out. I will be limited for a while. I do have a couple more videos planned, so be on the lookout for those. If you want to see what my century of life experiences has in store for the next 10 years, then be sure to hit subscribe, turn on notifications if you like. You're welcome to follow me on Instagram if you want, Daniel T. Sills. But for now, I'm Daniel Sills, and this is the Century Project.